Hello everybody, welcome back to the We Talk Media page football edition. As always, we are joined today by Robbo, mate. How are you?
Not bad, mate. How are you?
I am good, very excited for this busy game week in Scottish football, obviously Scottish Cup action as well.
Yep.
And we are joined by a special guest. We are joined by streamer MacAttack. Mac, how are you, mate?
I'm good, man. I'm good. How are you?
Aye, good, good. So we're looking forward to the games this week.
I do it. There's some cracking games for both the Old Firm and Edinburgh side. And even just when it comes to when you look at the Championship League 1 and 2, there's some cracking games to be played. So I'm looking forward to it, Robbie.
Aye, it should be good. Obviously, kicking it off tomorrow, Wednesday. We'll just get right into it. First game up is your team, Robbo Celtic, take on Hearts. How'd you see this one
Going
go?
straight in, 3-1 Celtic. After that performance at the weekend, I'd be playing a badder. Robbie, I'm sorry. Your team done well the first half. You really did. That sending off, it did not need to happen. Obviously, it is what it is. But I felt like when Abada came on, it made a difference. And Hearts, it'll be a good game because obviously we've got Hearts a couple of days later as well. But at Parkhead, Hearts, I'm saying 3-1.
Fair enough. What do you think the score will be, Mark?
You can make a joke then, a realistic one.
No. Like Hearts have got a terrible record in Glasgow. I think it'll be comfortable. I think it'll be 3-4 now. I'll go. We'll go 4. We'll go 4 now. I actually think they'll rest players. I think they'll rest some players for the weekend.
Robbie?
No, I agree. I think it'll be an easy win for Celtic. I don't expect it less, to be honest. After watching the weekend, I'll go 3-0 Celtic.
No, just laugh at it. Robbie was at the game. Robbie was, and he left after the fourth goal.
No, fourth goal went in, that walked out. Wasn't happening. That is the first
To be
time.
fair, Charles Dunn cost you the game, to be honest.
I think it's the first time I've genuinely been annoyed at Robinson all season, just because how late he made the substitutions in the game. I thought Tony Watt and Shaughnessy should have been on much later, but aye, exactly, Tony Watt, aye. I can't believe it.
You know that mad stat during that game? Tony Watt has never actually scored against Celtic.
And
With all the clubs he's played for, he's never scored against Celtic.
he's played for half the teams in the top flight and he's not scored against Celtic.
He's still on the payroll.
Oh mate, he's still trying to get over that Barca hangover this week down.
He's made a career of it, to be honest.
Oh aye, that game paid his life. So obviously next up we've got the lovely Hibs versus Rangers game over at Easter Road. So first of all I want to go, Mac, being the Rangers fan, how do you see it going?
As usual, Hibs will get everything against us. They turned up 4 times this season, seems to be against us. I think they're on a decent run of form. I still think they toil for goals. I think they scored 3 at the weekend, Liverpool into 10 men. I didn't feel like we score too many goals, but I don't know why. I'm feeling pretty confident. I'm feeling 3-1, and I reckon they'll score first as well. 3-1 to us, by the way, no 3-1 to them.
Now just to go before we go off, Robbie, we have a goal in the Champions League. Benfica are 1-0 up against Bruges at 3-0 in aggregate. 2 minutes in.
Game's all better. I'm gonna go.
Game's over. So Robbie, you Hibs Rangers at Easter Road.
Hibs Rangers, I'll probably just have Rangers win, to be honest with you. I think I see both the from picking up 3 points in this game. I think Rangers have it a wee bit tougher going away Easter Road, but I do think the Rangers, both teams are too strong, I guess, for the rest of the league, so I'll go 2-0 to Rangers.
I'm going to go, I've wrote down all my scores. I'm going to say 2-1, tab penalty, 84th minute. Now the reason why I'm saying that is like you said, Mac, Hibs turn up against Rangers. It does happen, it always happens, especially Easter Road. I can see them getting an early goal. Is it always like the way Hibs played? Always like trying to get an early goal, and then I see you. If I was Michael Beale, I'd be playing Trolak tomorrow, and I can see Trolak getting that goal towards second half. It'd been a boring second half, and then one of the Hibs players make a daft decision, and it goes to a penalty. And I'm telling you now, the gut feeling, 83rd minute, a penalty. And I'll put it on Sybil. I see Rangers taking the goal. I see Rangers taking 3 points.
I want it on record that Cholak should never be near that team again.
Really?
I do not rate the boy. If you watch the games, right, and you can talk about the goals that he's scored and stuff like that because he finds himself in decent positions and stuff like that. If you've played football or you watch a game and you watch the two centre halves that are marking him constantly, he doesn't leave. He doesn't move. You play Morelos or you play Roof in that position and they're constantly moving it to wings and they're dropping short and they're dragging centre halves with them. And that opens up space for runners in behind. And I think the problem when he plays is like Cholak doesn't score but nobody else is scoring. Because he's closing an area down by no dragging anybody around.
No doing what like you see Kyle go down, like you see even Big Alden is making that space for other people to get in. He's just on that
exactly. Didn't get me wrong, he can finish. The boy can finish, but I feel like he'd be better in a pair. And as I say, I just feel like Aberdeen's captain, obviously before he left, Stuart, before we played them, he said that he would rather play Cholak than Morelos. I reckon he was fully beans and he was just trying to sort of get Michael Beale to tweak his tactics a bit and get him to play because he wanted an easier time, because everybody in the league can have their opinions on Morelos and he's this and he's that, but
I'll be one of those old fans. I rate him. Do I rate his attitude? No. But as a player, I rate him.
I'll flip that to you, right? Tell me, right, any single, and like we've just watched a South American team win the World Cup, right, and we've seen all their attitudes. Tell me any South American football player with a decent attitude. They'll do anything to win. That's the attitude there. Absolutely anything to win.
Come on, Martinez. Aye, no, definitely. But you can't deny. I understand when it came to the cup final. I understood why that man was raging. He's just scored the goal to bring. He's like within a goal of bringing it back. In his mind, he's like, I can go for this again, and then get brought off. Can I kick Dave?
Yep, he's took him off, and then if I mean, I'd had a bit to drink, right? But for what I remember, in the last passage of the game when we make the sub, tell me any time Starfelt or Carter Vickers had moved out of position.
They hadn't.
Because they didn't need to. He's gone nowhere. He's no pace. He's tall, but he's absolutely terrible in the air. He actually goes for a header and shrinks.
Yeah, I haven't seen a lot of him. I don't really watch the games. But for what I've heard a few Rangers fans say that, and Stephen that works with us, he says that he doesn't rate him. If anything, out your three strikers, I prefer Roof. I think Roof's an outstanding player when he's fit.
Right, well, you've just hit it on the head there. He's never fit. He's probably... I mean, I've seen the worst... like when a player gets an ACL, how they're out for like 9-10 months, whatever, a long period of time. Tom Davis for Everton has been out, if you looked at last season and the season before, for a total of 296 days, and he's never had an injury that should have kept him out for longer than 2 months. He's came back and got another, came back and got another, came back and got another. These boys shouldn't be football players. They should be working in your local co-op or a spa, stacking shelves in Tesco's. And somehow they've been decent on a park when a scout's been there and they've still living their whole life. They're literally getting paid to lie on a treatment table the entire time. And Roof, unfortunately, he's a really good player, but he falls into that bracket. It's a bit like John Suter. Like we signed a pair of crutches. It's a waste of time.
Fair enough. I'll give you that one. The Benfica goal has been ruled out by VAR.
Oh, love that, obviously.
It took its time, obviously, but it's been ruled out.
No, but I just say like for Rangers, it's a weird situation because Mick Beale has got to go out and get a good striker in this window, because you've got Morelos there who a lot of fans think their time's up. Obviously, you've hit the nail on the head with Cholak saying he's probably not good enough. And obviously, Roof is a very injury-prone player, so I think it's important for Mick Beale this transfer window that he goes and gets a new player, a new big striker, and who can actually get the goals in and do what they're meant.
No, 100%. And I mean, if you look at the goals this season, like across the forwards, it's still actually decent numbers when you take into considering like we've changed manager, we got absolutely shelled in the Champions League, man. It would have been better counting passes than goals and points, and I don't even think they would have been high. And you can
This
see
is why I
that.
wanted to bring Mac on. Mac is just straight to the point. I love this because he doesn't bullshit. Mac, this is why I've been trying to get you on.
I didn't see the point in like trying to sugarcoat stuff. Like we went into the first game and Ajax, they were in a transition as well, right? They just lost Ten Hag. They'd lost 4 or 5 players. Obviously, they've got more money and they took Bassey for us for 25 million and this, that, and the next thing. But they just took another manager in a transition, different style of play. And you're out there, you're not even having a go. You have the ball, do what you want with it. You're 3-0 down, your manager comes at the end of the game saying, we can't compete with this. If I'm playing for that manager.
The thing is, he's played PSV Eindhoven and who's in the same league. And I actually think they're top of that league now. And he's played outstanding.
No, again, the 2 legs against P.
But you know what I mean?
Completely different though. I think they were completely different teams because I think PSV were a bit more. They're a bit more measured. They never really, over the 2 legs, chucked the kitchen sink at us, even when they were in danger of going out. It wasn't one of the games where when they gave us the ball, we could break and have like a 2v1. They still constantly had 3-4 guys at the back.
Yeah.
Quite conservative. And I think that sort of suited us because it allowed us to play the low block but keep a couple of guys tight and just play slow ball and not really do anything with it. And that was a large part of the foundation with the run to the Europa League final is when we did get the ball and teams were chucking the kitchen sink at us, and that suited us into a T. Like Dortmund away last year. Well, probably for the next 10, 20 years, we'll not get a better European result than that.
No, and the thing is, people need to remember, but with the Dortmund game, I'm just saying this, not from the Celtic, they didn't have Haaland. But that's what people go on. Oh, they didn't play Haaland, so it wasn't really Dortmund. Dortmund's had more than just Haaland.
Aye.
That's the thing.
I mean, Haaland was a massive part of their side, but when you look at some of the prices that they're talking about other players that are there, and some of the prices that they've spent on players, I mean, the guy they had up front, that they signed for France, we'll need to check his name.
I'm doing it now.
He scored both legs.
Donny Malen.
There we go, Donny Malen. He scored both legs, and he cost more money than their entire team.
Oh wait, Donny Malen didn't score in the first leg. It was just Bellingham that scored. Bellingham scored.
Bellingham and Guerrero. Yeah.
But Donny Malen, he's going to go for a fortune. Bellingham's going to go for a fortune. Brandt, you'll get a good bit for him.
They signed him for a fortune, though. They spent money. They spent decent money to get him.
Yes.
It's like, again, that's
these days. You need to spend money to make, like, as in
100%. It's not very often.
Celtic, I know I'm a Celtic fan, but that is a prime example. Celtic, they spent less than $1 million on Jeremy Frimpong, and within is it 6-7 months? It'd be a year and a half. No, it's been 7 months. I'm sure it was by the January transfer window. I don't think it was there that long. Got 12 or 13 million for this boy. You can't deny Celtics when it comes to that standard of like, money wise. Celtic got it in the head.
Aye.
I think transfers like that to me, like you're getting me very, very close to complimenting a Celtic transfer strategy here, and I didn't want to go too close to that. I think transfers where you sign somebody for less than $1 million and ship them from money like that are few and far between.
The thing is, Frimpong's now linked with going to Man United. Celtic have a sell-on clause. This is the thing with Celtic.
No, 100%.
Celtic always have a sell-on clause. Okay, it's not worked for Dembele, but you knew Dembele wasn't going to hit the ground running in France. I knew that. No, I did. I knew that because I was like, "There's a reason why this guy wasn't playing in France. He's French. If he's going to make it in France, he'd have made it in France."
But did he start in France though? Because he came through Fulham's academy, did he know?
Moussa Dembele, let's have a look. Well, we haven't. No, he came from PSG for nearly 10 years. PSG's academy for nearly 10 years. Was up there until 2012 and then was in Fulham's academy for a year. So, that's what I'm saying, he was in PSG's academy for long enough. Clearly they didn't see something in that.
I mean, it's probably not the easiest academy to come through.
But what I mean is, He's at Lyon. 100. Okay, fair enough. 124 games, 56 goals. Was it
Okay.
Celtic for 50? Oh, for fuck's sake! He was at Celtic for 55 games,
Good number.
and he only got 26 goals. You wouldn't think that. You think he'd have scored more the way people want going at Celtic about him.
It's just I think he was a bit more. He was a bit more complete.
He had a good force behind him, but
He
again,
had-
this was against teams like he scored a hat trick against a Rangers team like Joey Barton.
I mean,
What thing is when you were still coming up for the championship, you hadn't developed the money you had to. Like Celtic had all this money waiting for Rangers to come up. So I don't really rate them the way everyone else goes on about him.
I'm just a bit taken aback by that because it's not normally something that Celtic fans acknowledge.
No,
The fact that we just came back and like, oh, they're like, oh, mind that time we beat you 5-0. And it's like, mind that time we had Carlos Pena and Rob Kiernan in the team. Like, what are you chatting?
exactly. Look at the team you had. Like, you'd be surprised if Celtic didn't put the 5 by you. Like, you would. If Celtic only put 1 by you that day, you'd be like, what? You'd be celebrating that result. Only losing one to a Celtic team who's dominant as fuck.
Nah, I would never celebrate that.
No, but you know what I mean? Like, a 5-1 defeat was, you'd be like, that's what Celtic should have been doing. Like, that was the year they went unbeaten in the league. They had the 5-1 game, 5-1 at Rangers, and then 5-0 at Celtic Park. So that's 15 goals. Your Rangers team was nowhere near where it is with Gerrard.
No.
You just had fucking Pedro Caixinha. That man did not make it. Apart from the loss, that man made shite signings.
I think it was Mark Warburton for the first one of the defeats as well.
Warburton done the first one. Didn't make it to even halfway through. But anyway, we'll move on. Lanny v Dundee United.
Right.
Both teams need points here. Mac, I'm going to ask you first.
2-1 Dundee United.
Okay. Robbie?
I've spoken about the Livy home factor before. You know, it's a tough place for any team to go. Jim Goodwin's under a shaky start. First game in management. Also didn't go so well. Coins chucked at him and everything. So, I think it'll be I'll go a 2-each draw. I'll go for a good goal. A good game.
Remember, Martindale's knowing the stand. He's knowing the dugout as well.
Oh, I think that is amazing. Also, we've had a goal. It is Morton 1, Ayr 1.
Morton are done looking good for the playoffs, partner, in the championship.
Robbie, would you like them to come up?
To play them, aye. It would be great to play them once in a while, you know. You don't.
Oh, is that a derby for you? Is it?
I think Mirren v Morton is the Renfrewshire derby.
Right,
We don't get to play our rivals often, so would be nice.
I've only been to St Mirren's new ground once. I went with my dad, and he was like, "Oh, where do you think we should park?" And when you drive past the stadium, you make a right, and it takes you into this there's like a housing scheme.
Oh no! You parked in Figgy?
No, we drove into it and seen all the metal boarded windows, and my dad was like, "Nah, no chance."
Why did you park away then? Because Figgy takes up most of that area.
So we paid the £15 to go into St Mirren's car park, and we were parked next to the curly heated guy who supports St Mirren, who hosts Sports Scene.
Not Richie Foster. Richie Foster? No, curly heated guy.
No, he used to do the scores on the Saturday, the 15 minutes. There's no many St Mirren fans, so it'll be hard to find them. See, to be fair, when I was at... Who?
Stephen Thompson?
No. He's not a current one, I think. He used to do it before, like him and Pat Nevin.
I know.
Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
Curly heated guy with like a sort of shrieky voice.
Yes, I know what you're talking about.
Can't remember his name.
I know what you're talking about. Anyway, so you're parked next to him.
Aye, we ended up parked next to him, and I was like, if he's got to park his car here, this must be safe. This is cool. We'll be fine.
What was the score that game?
I remember that we won, but I do think it was close because I think we were I think we played bad. I think we were poor, and you definitely scored.
Do you know when it was? Was it?
Before COVID.
God, come back a few years then.
Aye, a while back. And obviously with the parking situation and the hussies around it, we just never went back. That coupled with the fact they've got a Celtic club shop in their stadium, it was a bit weird.
Oh, no, but listen, people say this. The reason that was there, Hampden Park was getting, Celtic Park was getting used to the Commonwealth Games. We had pre-season games that were obviously agreed prior to the Common. So we played our pre-season games at St Mirren Stadium because they let us rent it out. That's why the Celtic club shop was there.
And
How was
it's still there.
Shut up, you.
Anyway, also I want to talk before we move on to games. It's came out today. I've just brought it up. Leeds United and Burnley are meeting with Ryan Kent's agents this week.
Leeds have honestly, if clubs had Tinder for players, they've been swiping right for Ryan Kent for years.
They have been.
They've no left him alone. They've never
3 years at least.
Aye, they've never super liked him though. They've never hit the super like because they don't want to waste it. They don't want to spend the money for him. They're just gonna chuck him DMs at 2 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday, being like, "You up?" Like they're just trying to niggle away.
And now he's on the free.
Obviously, we know like Kent's not been probably the best of his ability that he could be this season. How much, if they were to put in a bid, how much do you think he'd go for?
You can't get him now, Robbie. You can go for a fee.
Oh,
He'll
I
go for
will
free now.
aye.
He's going for a fee. His contract's out.
If they had to put a price in, how much would you put
At
on?
least 10.
Nah, I don't think so. I would be lucky to get my money back, to be honest.
No, I say 10. He's listen. I think he's one of your best players still.
I just me and my mates talk about this all the time, right? He's huff and puff. He'll pick the ball up 30 yards for your goal, right? So see Dortmund away again last year, right? He skins 3 players and he sets up John Lundstrom, and John Lundstrom scores a 25-yarder. See that? That's perfect. Skin the 3 players, all good. He skinned the last boy and he put a ball in. See in our league, I think he feels like once he's skinned somebody, that because he's playing Livy or Dundee United or whoever, he's like, I'll need to skin them again to justify this price. And he just tries to do too much. He gets himself isolated into pockets, and then somebody comes over and he ends up with a 2v1 and he loses the ball and he wants a foul and he's wanting this, and he's a lot better when he's direct. When we on loan Ryan Kent, if we'd had him the whole time, we're gravy. He was direct, could play on either side, would run at people, he'd skin you and he'd put a ball in. And his assists when he was on loan were a lot better than what they have been after that. I think he had 1 good season since we bought him for assists and goals. And he never shoots. He doesn't inspire me, to be honest. The wings in general, like before Gerrard, during Gerrard, after Gerrard, the wings are frighteningly bad. Frighteningly bad, to the point where people talk about putting Tavernier as a right winger. So that tells you all your right wingers are mince, because you're needing to put a right back there, a 30-year-old right back at right wing, so that you can play 19-year-old Adam Devine at right back, because you've got Scott Wright and Fashion Sakala and somebody else who are twice as likely to tackle themselves as do something positive with the ball.
Fair enough. Also, we've had another goal down in Morton for Ayr. 2-1 Ayr.
I said 2-1.
You did. And we've had a 5-minute early sub in the Chelsea game. Reina's went off and Gio Brandt went off and Brandt went off and Gio Reina came on.
All right, aye.
It's all right, Robbie, you got there in the end, bro.
I got there in the end.
Just
So
touching
we've
your
had
point about Kent, but I was speaking to my cousin. He was saying like he agrees with your points. Like when Kent cuts in, like it rarely gets a shot off, but even when it does, like what is the chances that it actually gets in? You know what I mean? Because I've seen a few where he's cut in shooting. It's went into a different stadium. You know.
Honestly, 100%. Like he cut inside and scored the one against Celtic at Ibrox, and I said that to my mate. I was sitting at the time, we were having a baby, and I said that I was like, he's probably tried to cross that. Because it's just completely no like I'm like he's. I feel like he's a massive confidence player. I think he has improved a bit under Beale, but he was at his best under Gerrard. Gerrard gave him all the confidence in the world, made him feel like he was the star player and stuff. And maybe now because they've brought in some other boys that they didn't view him as the be all and end all. And I didn't think any club should be in a position where they're held to ransom sort of with one player. Like they rely on his confidence and his contribution to be doing well in games. I think the problem is that entire side, Borna Barisic as well. I don't think he helps it too much. Like you didn't care if he's gone beyond or he's gone short or you didn't care what he. Borna Barisic is probably one of the best crossers of the ball in the league and probably has been one of the best crossers in the league for a while.
Right.
But I just think he's. If I had him behind me, I'd be a bit sketchy about where I give the ball away. And I actually think that's why Kent goes inside so much. Because if he loses it, he's losing it in the middle of the park and the Kents will be midfielders there to cover. Whereas when he gives it away on the wing, he ends up fouling somebody and taking a booking because he doesn't trust Borna to do the defending.
What people need to remember, the 3-0 game last season, Borna cost, you seen him, the Abada run, Borna sits, Abada cuts inside him, Borna just sits down.
I think he does. He definitely does stop when he doesn't kind of Abada's there and Abada cuts across him. But if I'm playing left back, right, and a ball has came in for practically the touchline on the opposite side and there's not a soul in the box ahead of me, I'm probably expecting my other centre halves to do something about that ball, to cut it out, get rid of it. Any comms at all. You wouldn't be expecting it to go by two of them and then somebody's took a wee ghosty and he's just ran it at the back of you.
Sorry, Vito just messaged me.
Said what?
And I sent my pictures showing you around. Like, love that when Mac coming on.
Did he?
We've just had you on.
Aye, but he's not been on the football one,
Aye, so we're going to move on to Friday, Robbie. What games on Friday? What's 2 games on Friday night?
First game up is the first of 4 Scottish Cup games. Inverness versus Kilmarnock. I think it's going to be a thriller, to be honest.
Okay, elaborate.
Good game. I don't know. I just think you think a Cali Thistle a player well-known team. They're either not doing the best in the championship, but I don't know. I just see something good about this game. I see like 4 goals. The 4 goals. I don't know. I don't know who's going to win this one. I really can't put a name on it.
I'm going to be that guy. I'm going to say 2-1 Kelly. I just see Kelly want to play for. They need to improve their season somehow. Kelly, yeah, good team and a good wee run now, but Kelly should be beating them.
Aye.
And if they're not, there's a worry there. So I'm saying 2. I see Kelly do it, but I'm saying 2-1 Kelly. Mac?
3-1 Inverness for me.
Oh, okay. Right, what's the next game?
I'll go for 3-1 Kelly.
Okay.
But in next game on Friday is Queen's Park versus Cove. I'm not too big on this game, to be honest, but
Queen's Park are taking this. Queen's Park are coming up and we are going to Leicester-Hampton next year. I'm telling you now, it's happening now. I keep saying I don't want it, but the more and more it's looking likely it's going to happen. Queen's Park are coming up. I'm saying easy. Cove Rangers have had a pathetic season. I'm saying 3-0 Queens. Matt, you any idea in the championship of that?
I think Queen's Park are top. That's about the Queen's Park at home.
Yes, well, home. Cove Stadium.
Bit of a trek for Cove. Might be really cold this weekend.
That's a Friday night game.
I'm going to go 1-0.
Robbie?
I will go for 2-0 at Queen's Park. Easy done.
Okay, Saturday, now we have a good big lineup, so we'll split it between me and Robbie. So first up we have Hearts v Celtic at Tynecastle. Now, I'm going to go first with Mac. Scottish Cup game. Hearts have gave Celtic that full stand behind the goals, which you know yourself, no firm don't normally get anymore.
Yeah.
They've gave Celtic the full stand. Will it make a difference at Gorgie? On you go.
It's weird how in the cup the allocation's bigger than the league. Makes absolutely no sense to me. But I'm going to go 3-2 Hearts.
Okay. No. Okay. Can I ask why? I'm intrigued.
Always give you a good game at Tiny. I think regardless of what form they're in, they always give you a good game at Tiny. They didn't give us a game at Tiny. Our record at Tiny is impeccable, by the way, just in case you were wondering. But they always give you a game at Tiny.
I remember Greg Taylor, that left wing, that left back run, scoring the goal that won 4-3. The first day we had VAR, remember? That was Sunday.
Oh, that game was mental.
That was a bit of an insane game, to be honest.
4-3 to a penalty, missed, penalty retaken, penalty scored. Boris Shankman, Big Dick, came on as a sub as well. That's the worst part, he came on as a sub. And changed the game.
Hat-trick off the bench and still lost.
I know. How devastating would you be?
I'd be devastated for the point that when they were 3-2 up, there were chances to win the game.
Aye.
There were chances to seal it, and once it went 3-3, I think there was only one team going to win it. I think they sort of had the marks on the back of their pants, scared to lose it, and that's 9 times out of 10 when you're scared to lose a game, you lose a game.
And I think that game over down at Morton, it's 3-1 here.
Oh.
So,
Killer for man.
Yep. So that next, Robbie, your score prediction?
I agree with Mark, and it's going to be a tough game for Celtic. Always that's when you go to Tynecastle. But I've already said that I don't see Celtic losing the rest of the season. So I'm going to follow that up. I think Celtic will win 3-1.
Hey, come for the Celtic fan. I get where Matt's coming from. I was there when we lost the unbeaten run at Tynecastle. I was there. I cried. I was 20 years of age, greeting in Tynecastle. And in the December, it was freezing. I was crying my eyes out because you lost in 69 and it was an away game. It killed you because it was Hearts. Now, Hearts are now great on a form. They really are. The question is, but like you said, are they going to rest players tomorrow night? That's a big question. If they don't, some of their players could pick up an injury. And I've said to Robbie in the past, if Celtic pick up an injury, they've got a player that can change it and it won't make a difference. If Maeda gets injured, you've got Jota that goes in that wing and Abada in that wing. If Jota gets injured, you've got Abada that goes there. Kyogo gets in, you've got there's no big, massive changes. If a player for Hearts gets injured, you're kind of like, okay, you bring this player in, but then who have you got as a backup? You get...
I'm not too sure. I think Hearts' squad depth's the best it's been since they've come back up. I think they've got really good squad depth. Being in Europe helps with that because it obviously increased their budget, so you can afford more wages to keep players on. I think the biggest thing for me in terms of what you were speaking about there, the depth that you guys have in attacking phases, because obviously Robbie's saying that he doesn't think Celtic are going to go unbeaten the rest of the season. I personally believe if Charles Dunn never had a brain fart at the weekend, if you think back to the game, Robbie, you were there. Your keeper's not really made a save all first half.
No.
He's had nothing today. He's relatively quiet, and it's easy to say that they've made subs and changed the game. And I'm going to ask you something about the subs in 2 seconds, right? They've made subs and they've changed the game. It's easier to change a game when you've got a man advantage. It's like me and you going down the park to batter a boy, right? And I'm saying, right, you go first, and you leather him to the point where he's got one eye, and then I batter him, and I tell everybody it was me. It's easy to come on when a team's half tired and you've got a bit of pace and try and change a game, especially when they're camped in their half.
I think that's what Celtic and Rangers do. So they do it good. They wait until they knacker a team out and then they bring on their good attacking threats, and it just kills a team off.
And what people are forgetting as well, obviously you scored goals to go 2-1 up, and then Robinson ta'en a defender and a midfielder off for a winger and a striker because they're 2-1, then they need to go for it anyway.
Aye.
So they're a man down, essentially playing a formation off a game of FIFA. He's just gone for it. He's just gone mad. So then you lose all the goals, and he'll not be caring. St Mirren's sitting 5th. He'll not be bothered about that. In terms of Hearts and that resting players the more for the league game and stuff like that, league's their priority. I still think they're able to rest players because they'll be banking on the fact that Hibs will only beat us. So then they're not losing any ground. They're just going to be status quo. The thing I was going to say about the substitutes, and this is the one for me, right? People commented on it last year, and they comment on it this year. Right? Celtic teams about how they really press you, and you didn't really get any time and stuff, right? In games where it's no working for them, and you get to around an hour, 65 minutes, and you can tell, you can look at the team and you can tell they're blowing. They're absolutely blowing because you can't play like that twice a week for 90 minutes. You can't play at that intensity, right? So you tell me this rule change that they put in last year, having 5 subs benefits any team in the league other than Celtic. Because if Celtic did not have 5 subs, they wouldn't change games like you do. It's easy to bring on 3 in one go and ken that you've still got a couple in the bank.
Yeah.
Because if you're there at 60 minutes, right, and say at the weekend St Mirren's still 1 up, you're not making a triple sub on 60 minutes because then if somebody picks up an injury, you're doing the 10 men and all. You're not doing that. So it completely changes the dynamic of the game. And you've signed X amount of players for Japan and Korea, and for all intents and purposes,
5 for Japan. Can I just put that out there?
Aye, that's fine. They're all Olympic sprinters.
Oh, fucking damn right, man.
Their whole thing's based around energy, right? So you start 3, and as soon as they're burst, you put on another 3. It's like changing the batteries in the remote, mate.
And it's like, as I say, you watch Abada. Mate, he came on the runs he was making. These guys, these boys that they're bringing in don't stop. I know that's the same. We never stop. But like Maeda, Hitati, Kyogo, Yota, these folk and Abada, these 5 just don't stop running.
But in terms of the ruling, Robbo,
I don't agree. No, listen, I don't agree with 5 subs. I don't. I hate it. I feel like
why it was brought in for COVID, right? Which even in COVID I couldn't understand. I'm like,
you kind of do because people if they're recovering from COVID and they're maybe not getting their breathing proper yet. Like, you get that.
No, I don't get that at all. If they're not ready to play the game, we shouldn't be playing the game.
Okay.
It's like
I want to bring. We're doing a chat with another player who's a Rangers fan. I want to bring you in as well in a few weeks. We're going to be discussing VAR and Scottish football, the sub thing, a few other things we're going to talk about in Scottish football where like rules have changed and stuff and refereeing in Scotland. I would love to bring you back to discuss it because I feel like you'd have a great opinion. What do you say, Mac?
I don't think he's always like the opinion, but I'll give
No,
it.
but that's the point. We want to bring people on to voice their opinion. But I agree. The 5 sub rule's stupid. And I've also just checked Twitter, so I've got Twitter on the side as well. Helander is on the way out of Rangers. He is going to Malmo.
Right. He is the Swedish John Suter. I'm absolutely unfazed by that. The guy, he pays rent at the Royal Infirmary. There was no point in him being here.
I'm just going off what I've just seen. And also, now this is amazing. Dunfermline Falkirk tonight. Big derby. The attendance is already out. Do you want to take a guess?
Over
2,000.
Over
How many?
Oh,
Mac?
2.
Robbie?
over 9,000.
9,530. And a League One game.
How many it's Dunfermline? Dunfermline are pulling decent attendances this season.
Aye, Dunfermline's done great.
I just thought it's -3 on a Tuesday night. Who's going to watch that?
Is it -0? It's only 0. That stadium now can hold 11,000, so you're only 2,000 off having a full stadium.
Yeah, it's -1. It's -1 an hour. It'll be when I leave my work in the morning. It'll be -5.
Fucking hell. But aye, so next game. Celtic. I'm saying doesn't really matter what I say because I'm going to be biased, but I'm going to say 4-1 Celtic. I really am. Sorry, 4-2. 4-2. I'll give Hearts 2 goals. It'll be nice. It's a cup game.
How unbiased of you, Robbo.
Now, Robbie, you're getting to take this one.
Oh,
Martin v Partick Thistle. What's the score prediction going to be?
I mean, Partick Thistle even sitting in the league digging off by...
Give me 2 seconds, I'll go and have a look. Table, Partick are in 4th, Morton are in 5th. There's 2 points between them.
I think it'll be another game. I think Morton are another bit of form than now.
And they're 3-1 down!
Aye, no, but you know what I mean. But like they're picking up results. They've got themselves a wee bit at the table. But
they're 3-1 down at home and then they have Thistle come to their home ground.
no,
Anyway.
I'll go for a 2-1 Partick Thistle then.
Matt?
Desmond 2-2.
2-2. Fair enough. I'm going to say Just because our boy Blair won no Partick. Now, here's one. Where are we? Airdrie v Kelty Hearts. Now, again, these games will get me nothing to like Mac. Mac has fucking no clue in these tables. Right now, Kelty are sitting 8th in the league and Airdrie are 5th with 7 points between the two of them. Airdrie now are in a bad form. Majorly, they're scoring, but then they're losing goals. Like,
Are you trying to influence my decision?
no, what I mean is, Kelty's in a bad form now, but Airdrie right now, they were, 3-0 up against Dunfermline, Robbie, or 3-1 and came back to lose 4-1, 4-3?
Aye, it was mental. They were winning 3-1. What was it, half time or something?
Aye, 3-1 at half time in second half. Dunfermline came out and won 4-3.
Like, I'll go 3-1 Airdrie then.
Alright, as much as it's going to kill me, and it's going to kill me, I'm going 2-0 Airdrie. I hate Kelty more than I hate Airdrie, so I'm going to Airdrie to win. Robbie?
I'll go on Airdrie win, just 'cause I've got a pal that supports Airdrie, really.
Next up, we've got Queen of the South v Clyde. Queen of the South 7th, Clyde are 9th. I'm going one each. It's going to be a boring game.
Aye, no, for me.
Mac?
I'm just gonna go on the complete flip side for you two. I just feel like that just screams goals. I'm gonna say 3-1 Queens.
Edinburgh, Alloa. Mac? Edinburgh are 3rd in the league. Alloa are 4th. 3 point change that game. Alloa win, they jump ahead of Edinburgh. So
1-0 Edinburgh.
I'll go 2-1 Edinburgh.
I'm going 2-0 Alloa.
Peterhead beat Dunfermline. Dunfermline top of the table. Peterhead bottom of the table. I'm saying it minimum 3-0 Dunfermline. Robbie?
Aye, I'll agree. I'll go 2-0 Dunfermline.
6-0.
Now, League 2, this is my baby. Albion Rovers are at home to Stranraer. Albion now are 9th in the league. And Stranraer are right above us. Now, there's 5 points that separate us. Albion have won 7 at home, while we've won 7 games all in. Our home record is we've won 3. While Stranraer have only won 2 games away. I'm going to put 2-1 Albion.
So Albion are terrible at home and Stranraer are terrible away. Can I go -2 each?
Aye, if you want.
I'll go 1-1 and both the goals will be own goals.
Fair enough. I'm going to 2-1 Albion.
I'm going 2-1 Stranraer, just because I don't think Albion are on quite a bad bit of form, aren't they? Losing in the derby.
Next up, we have Annan v Elgin. Annan are 4th in the league and Elgin are 7th. There is 4 points between these teams. First of all, Mac. Annan are sitting above Elgin, obviously.
Honestly, it just
I love it because he doesn't give a fuck about these games.
it just doesn't inspire much confidence, does it? It's like a Highland Games fixture. Like some archery, some spear chucking, deer throwing. Just a lot of nonsense. Like, I'll go 2-1 Annan, whoever's at home. 2-1 Annan.
Annan. Robbie?
I think I'll go goals. 5-0 Annan.
I'm going 1 each. It's going to be a good one game. Dumbarton v Forfar. Dumbarton on top of the league. Forfar Athletic are 6. I'm saying 3-0 Dumbarton.
Yeah, see if you're English or American and you're hearing half these fixtures, you just think it was made up.
Yeah, it's it as well. I
My
saw them.
God.
3-0 Dumbarton. Robbie?
4-0 Dumbarton.
The button's top, eh?
Top majorly, yes.
Aye, 1-0.
Right. Stenhouse Muir v East Fife. Stenhouse Muir are 3rd, East Fife are 5th. 2 points separate these guys.
Get what I always wanted to get.
Go.
Where's West Fife?
West Fife is that's a place. Yeah, West Fife. West Fife is actually in Dunfermline, so it's called Dunfermline and West Fife.
Is that actually a place?
Yep, Dunfermline and West Fife. I've just googled that.
Right, so basically,
And then you get South West Fife.
what we need to do now is any Dunfermline fans we just start calling them West Fife.
They'll do me in with Dunfermline pals.
That's fine. That's even better.
West Fifers.
What was the fixture? East Fife.
Stenny beat East Fife.
Oh, Jesus, that sounds terrible. 2-1 Stenny.
I'm going 1-0 Stenny. Robbie.
No.
And the final game, thank God. They bastards stuck in Albion versus Bonnyrigg Road. Stirling on second place, Bonnyrigg bottom of the league.
Bonnyrigg is 2 miles from where I stay. And they're absolutely struggling. They're flat. It's go everything. Everything is telling me Bonnyrigg 2-1.
Okay. Robbie?
I think it'll be 2 each.
I'm saying 1-0 Stirling. But I don't like either of them to go fuck my league. Now, Robbie, I'll let you introduce the next one.
Aye, on to Sunday. We've got another Scottish Cup tie. It is Rangers versus Rovers. Mark, I'll let you go first on this one.
Just depressing, innit? It's like I said the same in the last round, right? And I mean, Partick came to Ibrox and played better than half the teams in the league do. They had a go. They were structured. They were defensive, but they always carried a threat through the game. They should arguably have been further ahead in the first half. We were terrible. And
I've been holding this off to speak to you, covering the Scottish Cup, and you've just brought Partick up. Do you agree with the goal that was given to Partick?
what? Like we gave them it back?
Yes. Do you agree with that? Let's go on integrity for a second. Do you agree?
For the nature of the way it was and stuff like that, I would 100% have gave them the goal back, right? If I was the manager of the club and I didn't want it looking bad, right? But for a MacAttack perspective, right?
Yeah, from your perspective.
They have done nothing that game but boot that laddie every time he taken the ball, right? They've took a throw in, he's gave it back to his left back. Tillman doesn't ken that they'd put the ball out for us, right? Because once again, he's on a deck for a shitey challenge, which, by the way, didn't even get looked at on VAR. It was a red card all day long. He stamped his leg with a full foot when he's down, right? Nothing got gave for it. The boys took a touch, and it's ended up in a different postcode. So Tillman's more than entitled to go for the ball.
Is it not Paisley?
And then again, baffling, he's put it on, the keeper puts him to the ground, the other boys in his face pushing him down. And we got a booking. Somebody on their team got a booking for going in and splitting it up. They're not having WWE before anybody gets there.
Yes!
Genuinely, as I say, I think it's the right thing to do, but
You don't agree with it?
Nah, I wish...
The ball was out in play. That's the way I see it.
Nah, I didn't like that, right? So the one thing that I completely disagree with, right, is it's a clear foul on Tillman, right? The rest no gave it, VR's no checked it, and they put the ball out, right? And we are 30 yards for their goal. And their version of getting it back in sporting integrity and fairness is to shell it 60 yards up to your keeper. That's nonsense. I have it back, but start again away from the back. It's like getting so far into a game and the game just punting you and saying, just start again. No starting again.
When you play FIFA, you're not going to that in FIFA.
No, I'd just leave. I'd bet off. In terms of the goal, I think it was the right thing to do to get him it back. But I mean, with the way the game played and the way, like, if I was Tillman, I'd have been saying to the boys in the changing room, like, look, boys, get it up, you. Like, I can't believe that's happened, to be honest.
I think it's one of these things where, on a sportsmanship level, it's the right thing to do. If you're a fan, you're absolutely fuming.
I mean, so a lot of the fans and their points are completely valid, right? They are really, really valid points. But just because, so the point being was, not another team in Scottish football would have done that for Rangers, right? Not another team. That's straight up facts. It's not even an opinion thing.
Well, let's put it this way. Matt, I'm going to take you back. 2011. 2012, 11. Going back just before you went down. Celtic v Rangers, Scottish Cup at Parkhead, Wednesday night replay game. Mark Wilson booted the ball clear as day off Papac's head. That game should have stopped there and then, but Celtic went on and scored. Even though there was a major injury, Papac had to be stretchered off. Did Celtic give Rangers a goal? That's the comfort of a Celtic fan.
Nah, see, to be honest, that's different. That's completely different to the situation because the referee has to stop the game at that point.
Aye, but Celtic should have done this right thing and be like, nah, don't let, like, they didn't. No, they didn't take anything. Oh.
Nah, I will respectfully disagree because if Rangers have got the ball and they've booted the ball and it's came off somebody's face, right? I mean, how many times did you see it on Sunday? You've got Kanate putting his hand behind him and he touches Bruno Fernandes in the chest,
and he's done like that.
Yeah, and then he's got a fractured jaw and he's needing to wear a neck brace for 8 months. And then you've got Andy Roberts. Anthony goes to kick a ball and kicks Andy Robertson in the midriff, and he holds his midriff and his face. How did he hurt his face? How did maybe he's putting his hand out to hide the embarrassment.
We all talk about also the fan that injured Andy Robertson in your game.
That was brilliant.
That was amazing. Klopp was going tonto.
I didn't want to condone violence, but if the boy had ran on and done any more, I'd have loved every bit of it.
Aye, so the scoreline for you on Sunday.
Honestly, this is what I was going to say before about the party thing. It's a lose-lose for Rangers because they're going into the game expecting to win it. Alright? So if you win it, you get nothing. You get no plaudits. You get nothing. Oh, you beat the team well and you're well done. So you put a load of nonsense players for a laugh, just try and make it interesting, give them a goal at a start. And then, let's say they make a game of it. You could beat them 5-0 and everybody's like, oh, Rafe made a decent game of that, eh? It's just a lose-lose. It's a murder fixture. And I just think it'll be boring. I reckon 2-0. It's boring as anything.
Robbie?
5-0 Rangers.
Oh, Jesus.
I like the underdog, and obviously being a Celtic fan. I'm going to say 2-1 Rafe.
What? If you want to waste your prediction, Robbo, that's up to you.
No, listen. If Robbie knows, anything can happen in Scottish Cup football. Fortunately, Robbie isn't there to witness it.
What, like Clyde 2-1? Like that?
Listen, I was there. Listen, you. I remember you having to cheat against Albion Rovers in the Scottish Cup. Don't you start bringing Clyde into it.
What was the game? Did we win 5-1?
No, you won. We were 1-0 up and you came back and cheated in the last couple of minutes. Had to go to a draw and then go to fucking Hamilton and then he's pumped us.
What did we cheat with?
What was his name?
It couldn't have incensed you that much. You didn't even remember.
No, I can't remember what the boy was called. I know what it was. It was obstructing the keeper. So he was.
No such thing.
Don't get me no such thing.
No, I need to. They're protected species. They're out. Literally, like,
what's his name? Big. Is it Mosney? Mosney obstructed the keeper, jumped on top of him, and then hit the ball in.
What a player. Yeah. See to me. What's the rules when two players are going up for a header of each other? And you see it all the time. A player's already up and he puts his arms down and he keeps that player down, right? But he's already well above him in the air. They goals get given all the time. Because that player in front isn't going to get there anyway. But if you do that to a keeper, it's a foul. And it's like, why? The keeper doesn't need to jump. He's already got a 2, depending on the length of your arms. And Jordan Pickford's maybe a wee bit shorter. But depending on the length of your arms, right? You've already got a massive head start on the player.
That's a dinosaur.
So,
aye.
Surely, a player being able to jump the height of your hand if he touches you or no, you still, at standing, planted, have more control of that situation than a person in the air.
I'm going to do it because I know it's live recording and I'm going to do this now. YouTube, we're watching this. I want to get your opinion in, Mac, on this. Again, I was at the game. If you click on the activity on YouTube,
yep.
Robbie, you can show this. Obviously, I'll contact. So,
what were you in?
So, can you see YouTube?
Yep.
Click on YouTube, Mac.
Where is it?
Oh
Actually,
wait,
just put-
he won't see it because he's not right there. I'll be nice and out. You can get. You should be able to see it now.
Right,
Tim.
okay.
Right. So this is the instant here. Okay.
What, Mosney?
Morsney here. Look at him on top of the keeper.
Oh, Jesus, I'm having to accept all manners of... Oh, look, right, give us a minute. Oh my God, what have I done? Aye, go to it, no worries. Give us a minute, I need to make this bigger. That's what she said. Right, just...
Look, Parry's down.
Hang on a minute, but right, that isn't. He doesn't even know where the goal is. He's gone for
Right.
the ball.
I'm
Right,
going
that's-
back a bit. I'm going back a bit.
So you want to go 254. They're probably your best bet to go to
Right,
because
okay.
you get a better angle at it. Right, so they just click to the keeper view right here.
Keeper's view and everything doesn't come into play unless somebody's offside.
You still cheated. Damn it. You cheated. End off. Listen, we got a good payday out of it, man. We end up getting 20k cash for kids. We made that much.
This isn't even playing for me.
Is it playing now?
Aye.
That's because I need to hit play. Look.
That's not a foul for me.
No.
And that's
no,
not because it's Rangers. Keeper's made an absolute pig's dinner of that.
Nah, Parry got injured. Don't care what you say, Parry ended up getting injured after that.
I mean, Mosney's no looked at him at any point. Here, I'm putting this activity hang up off. Mosney's no looked at him at any point.
Alright, so you do this to come
He's
up
what?
with
Again, he's won the header, right? How did I come off this?
just see how the wee rocket ship down the bottom.
Aye.
Then over that, it's a juice ship, and then you have to
Leave
leave.
activity. Aye.
Aye, so you've seen that. Again, we were the better team that game. We were.
I'm not going to argue it, mate. Like when you look at some of the players that we had back then, I quite firmly believe that he's could have put up a game. He shouldn't have been in a position to put up a game, but I quite believe that he's could have put up a game, especially at Ibrox. But to me, all factors with keeper fouls and stuff, right? The one, if you look at the one that was gave against Arsenal the other week, right? The keeper's trying to jump.
Yep.
And as he's went to go up, the boys held onto his arm. He's held onto his arm and kept him grounded so that he can't jump. That's a foul. No qualms with that. You're stopping the keeper jumping. If you look at that clip there again, and I'm sure, Robbo, because you bring it up to you, you'll probably watch it all night now until you go to sleep thinking, Mac's an idiot, how can you know this?
No.
Mosney's no looked at the keeper at all. He's up early. He's won the header before the keeper makes the contact. And again, I'll bring back the point that standing, the keeper has got a better reach than him. And if he jumps, he's definitely got a better reach than him. The keeper's problem is he's let Mosney get into a position standing in front of him in the air where he would have to then come through Mosney to get the ball. And if he comes through Mosney to get the ball, then it's a foul to Mosney. So the keeper has put himself in a stupid position. Whereas if the keeper had started to come forward before Mosney gets that close and then goes for the ball, Mosney would have to wipe him to win the ball. The keeper's problem is he's not went up first. He's let Mosney dictate the situation. The keeper has to come, and as soon as the keeper's in the air first, Mosney can't possibly win that ball. Because he would have to wipe the keeper, or the keeper would have to drop it. There's no possible way for him to clearly and legally take that ball if the keeper gets there first. The keeper lets him come into an area and jump first, and then goes to try and reach a ball.
Okay.
So for me, perfect decision. Get it up.
Alright.
I think as well, like keepers are so like overprotected. I think like these days, like it's unbelievable like how easy a keeper can win a foul for anything. Like jump up for a corner. It just even be things like that. Like they just win fouls so easily. I don't agree with it at all, to be honest.
Also, had a goal in the Champions League. It's 2-0 Benfica at half time against Bruges. And it's 1-0 Chelsea, which makes it 1 each in aggregate.
I thought Dortmund were going to wipe the floor with them as well.
That's foul jump in the shower before work, and I'll watch that in the car on the way in. Baby.
Right, Rangers race. I'm backing underdog just because it's backing underdog. Rangers, I do see Rangers winning it. but I'm going back to underdog. I'm a Celtic fan.
Mate.
I'm not going to put Rangers on the win.
Mate, pick the score of whatever game.
Right, final game, Robbie.
Aye, just quickly, but I know what you were saying about like obviously the Scottish Cup. It's anything can happen with the underdog. I think it's a whole different story when an underdog goes to Parkhead or Ibrox. Just I don't know. I get like Partick Thistle, obviously, you know, you've seen stuff like that.
Can we go back to Xander scoring a goal
Aye, no,
at
but
Rangers in extra time?
that was COVID season, doesn't count. No, I'm kidding. No.
I said nothing, Mac. I said nothing.
No, but I just think it's a whole different test going to like Rangers or Celtic, especially when they're at home.
For a lower league team.
Aye.
Fair enough. Okay, fair enough. And Robbie, final game of the week.
Final game is the last Scottish Cup game. It is Falkirk versus Ayr.
Oh Jesus! this fixture list, boys, this weekend. Let's get Mac on. And honestly, Jesus, fuck. What are these?
What was that
games?
saying you said earlier on when we were playing COD? What was it? Jesus.
Oh, GZ peeps, man.
There we go. Got him. I know. Listen. This is what we do. We go through all the games. We talk sometimes to English games. There's not really any good English games I can find.
Oh no, like yeah, 100%. Like go through all the games, do what you can for Scottish football. There's not too many people want to talk about the games, and hearing some of the team names is probably a reason why they maybe need to spruce it up a bit.
Like going on what's on this week in England: Bournemouth, Liverpool, Everton, Brentford, Leeds, Brighton, Leicester, Chelsea, Tottenham, Nottingham, Palace, Man City. Like there's no games that really stand out.
Nah, 100%.
When you look at those games, if you know them, it's like, okay, these are some good games.
I didn't really want to have you can me Robbo because you probably got me on because I'm quite opinionated and stuff like that.
Oh, aye.
It doesn't matter if it's good or bad. If like Ken, me and my missus like speak about it all the time. Like if somebody asks me, like I didn't offer it out. If it's bad, I didn't offer it out for no reason. If somebody asks me my opinion on something, and even if they're asking it in a way because they want to be reassured and told that their opinion is right, I'm the wrong person to ask for that because I'm going to tell you what I think, and I reckon this is good. The rest of the chat you should probably if you're going you just got to edit this out anyway, yeah.
No, we leave everything's raw. We just chat and then we'll upload it.
Right, so I'd maybe stop it there. Just in case you didn't want to do it, but maybe like tweak a couple of things to make this no more engaging. Engaging is the wrong word, but you could make it a bit more up market-ish. If we finish in the next 5 minutes, we can go next. I need to leave at 9:30 to go to work. When we finish, we have 5 minutes.
We'll get this. We'll get a prediction anyway. So Falkirk.
Sorry, Falkirk. Yeah, right.
The good thing is with this game, one of them are getting to go to Hampden.
That kills me inside. Just.
By the way,
like me, man.
I used to coach football, right? I coached under 14 boys, under 15 boys, and then I moved to under 17 girls, right? I played on I didn't play. I coached a team that played on Falkirk's main pitch twice. All right, it is horrible. It's only got 3 stands. It's got a big wind gap. It's freezing. If the weather is anything mad this weekend, can I predict postponed? It's all weather. But I'm telling you, it's murder.
That ground's horrible. I've been myself. I went with. What did I go with?
You get how much that costs?
What, that ground?
I can tell you how much that costs to play on that ground.
Like 50 quid to hire.
105.
Hire for a game?
That's with no changing rooms.
Jesus.
You should be building a fucking stand for the money you're paying.
By the way, that is good value. I don't know what the prices are where you stay, right? See a place where I stay, right? It's a school. It's school football pitches. For the pitch and the changing rooms, it's 120. So they are 15 quid. 70? They're 15 quid dearer than a SPFL team to play on a school's pitch.
I'll be getting a changing room there as well.
No, but if somebody said to you, "Oh, where are you playing this weekend?" "Oh, I'm playing down at the school campus." Or if somebody said, "Oh, where are you playing?" "Oh, I'm playing on Falkirk's ground."
It's probably safer at the fucking school ground with less wind.
Tony
Aye.
Macaroni's 110.
Is it?
Yep.
God.
Jesus. Is that including
And
judging?
So you think it's postponement?
nah. I'll go. Wait, they're playing tonight, Falkirk, eh?
No, they're playing just now.
What's the score?
Not each.
Oh Jesus, right. I'm going now.
No. So you say going to extra time and penalties. Okay, now how are you going to say it in penalties?
Oh, do I need to pick? I'll go
Ah,
Aaron
you-
Pens.
you're
Aaron Pens 9-8.
9-8. Okay, Robbie.
I'll go with Air to win it on penalties. Aye, I don't. Air are weird because I don't know enough about Air, but they seem to be getting on alright. So,
I'm never going to back Falkirk. I'm going to say Air 2-0. Air 2-0. Air getting to the semis. Now I want to do a quick prediction.
oh.
Celtic Rangers get through. Okay.
Mhm.
And Inverness and Ayr. Realistically, Mac, who you wanting? Celtic, Inverness or Kelly, Falkirk or Ayr.
You've asked me based on.
Who would you like out of Inverness, Kelly, Celtic or Ayr Falkirk?
I can't really answer that because it's not my predictions. I predicted Hearts would go through.
Hearts in. Hearts, Inverness or Kelly, Falkirk or Ayr. Out of these
Yeah.
5, who would you rather?
Not gonna lie. For the same purposes that Rafe's depressing. Oh, that's depressing. How are these teams still in the cup? What's happened to everybody?
They've been put out by smaller mobs now. See,
What a joke. I'd probably take Inverness.
I'd take Inverness or Kelly.
I'd take Inverness
semi-final.
purely because they've been slumming it down there for a wee while. I'm bored of playing everybody else. I think we get Rafe once a season, I know, man.
Yeah, actually do, by the way. They had them in the League Cup last year.
Aye, they're not worried about getting promoted because they get a pie off us every season.
right, so Robbo,
Right.
are you taking Inverness as well?
Nah, I'm taking Kelly.
Kelly.
I'd like a Kelly. Celtic Kelly at Hampden.
I mean, realistically, we can what will happen, Robo, right? If Rangers, well, I'm not saying if Rangers because we'll go through. In my mind, there's no reason.
Why?
And if you go through, and whoever the other two is, Rangers and Celtic will draw each other in the semi-final.
Yes.
Because
Because they want a wee club to get to the final.
They'll want one of these dafties in there, right? And then because it's Scottish football at the back, right? And then us or you, whoever gets there, whoever wins in the semi-final, right? We'll go there and they'll play Celtic Hearts or whoever it is, Inverness in the final, right? You'll play them in the final, but because we've already qualified for Europe, and it'll end up going to the cup runner-up, and then they'll get drawn against somebody stupid, right? And then they'll get leathered in Europe, and then the coefficient gets dragged through the mud, all because we let some part-time arseholes into the fucking thing.
Now, here's a scenario I'm going to play. Celtic Rangers get 2 different teams, so Celtic Rangers both get to the semis and both lose.
Oh,
Imagine you had Ayr v Inverness in the final of the Scottish Cup.
I think that would be the least feud Scottish Cup, would it? Least Cup Scottish feud Cup final, in terms of attendance.
Falkirk Inverness would be the least viewed. Aye, would be the least attended.
Attendance as well. Attendance would be.
Kind of like when BBC Scotland, right? The main BBC Scotland, like on Sky Channel 101, when they can't be bothered picking up a game, how it goes to 109, right? It wouldn't even go that far. BBC Alba would even be like, oh no. They'd even turn it down. The game would be on Comedy Central.
Fair enough. Robbie, you want to take it out?
Aye, sure. So, as ever, check out our sponsor Z Game. I've recently got my.
Hey, Robbie got you fucking drink.
Finally, it took a while. Thank you for coming on, Mark. It's been appreciated.
No worries, bro. No worries.
Thank you, Mark, for doing this for me.
Aye, as ever, this is We Talk. I've been Robbie, they've been Robbo and Mac, and we'll see you guys next time.
Yep.